I had Alison Fett. She came here in 2002. This actually wasn't her first school she went to, but I'll get into that later. And her undergrad was in radio, TV, film. And then she came back in 2005 to get her master's in educational leadership. And while here, she was part of the UWO women's basketball team for the 2 years that she was here. So before UWO, she grew up in Illinois. And I actually just learned she attended the same high school that your person attended. I didn't even know that. But yeah, she lived in Illinois, but also crossed the border every day to go to high school in Kenosha at Bradford High School. In high school, she played on the basketball team and the volleyball team. She grew up a very simple life, small town. Stay out till the street. Her quote was stay out till the street lights come on. And then yeah, she was a state qualifier in basketball. They didn't win state or anything. And then before UWO, she got a scholarship to go play at Bemidji State in Minnesota. It's a D2 college, and it's actually an error there. She played basketball there for 3 years. She redshirted 1 year, but she was at Bemidji for 2 or 3 years. And she actually, before even coming to UWO, she had no consideration. It was after her, I think, her junior year at Bemidji. Her dad was driving her home, and she was kind of just no one gets to see my basketball games, so she toured Stevens Point and Oshkosh, and she actually had a colleague from Bemidji that came here as well, so she had a lot of driving factors to bring her here, as well as the coach. And then while she was at UWO, her undergrad was in radio, TV, film, like I said before, and she played on the basketball team. They were very successful. Actually, her quote is about, I think, her junior season. She just recalls a memory that attributed to her season. It's kind of long, but
You can definitely
hold on.
control certain things, and there's certain things you cannot control. And one of them was that at-large bid. I'll never forget. Coach Rivers sent us all an email and said, you know what, guys, the top X amount of teams didn't get, the top X amount of teams in the nation did not get into the NCAA tournament this year. And to put it in perspective, we played a team early in the year, and we beat them 100 to 44. And I don't know why I remember that percent, that point percentage, but I do, because I remember thinking, there were 56 or 56 points we had beaten a team by that got into the tournament because they had a different conference, and they won out in their conference. And
right.
So while I looked at it, I thought, that just seems unfair, but life isn't fair, right?
Yeah. So that was a lot of what she did with basketball. And then she actually had a gap year. She went and worked for the Milwaukee Bucks and did sales through an internship, and she really loved that job. But she got a call from the one of her coaches and the athletic director here. She was offered an internship through the NCAA called the Women's and Minority Internship. And doing that, she worked under the athletic director, and also with her major in her master's, in educational leadership. She brought the first Relay for Life to UWO, and it was the second largest first ever relay, and they raised around I think $25,000 the first time around. And so that was pretty big, because for her master's, it was either write a thesis paper, and she kind of just was, can I bring a large event to this campus instead? And it took a lot more hours, but yeah, she brought that to campus. And then post UWO, there's a lot. She worked sales for the Bucks, I said. Initially, after her degree in her master's, she came back as an assistant coach for the UWO basketball team. And then once she graduated and was done with that, she was offered a job as the high school head coach at Lourdes here in town. And she coached there for 8 years, going to state her 5th year. And I mean, she kind of just took any opportunity that they gave her. They gave her this opportunity while she was the head coach. She was a secretary at the high school, and then someone tapped on her shoulder, and in the next calendar year, she was the principal at an elementary school without any training, and she kind of just got thrown into the fire. And she said that the only training she got was to you got to jiggle the key in the lock to get into your office. They didn't really tell her what to do. And currently she works at a Verve credit union here in town under professional development, and she develops the team members. And in basketball, she played as a point guard, and I kind of just attributed to, a point guard is kind of the general of the team, and now that's almost what she does now. She's got to coordinate everyone and keep them going and to be successful as well as herself.